Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spiels to Reels. For some reason, I pressed the button when I was in mid-speech. But, I'm your host, Dallin, and I have my sister and co-host, Jordan. She has yet to do a intro because she keeps saying that she wants to do it, but then she keeps on putting it on me, so...
Well, we never discuss it beforehand, and I'm really tired today, so today wasn't going to be the day to break past that barrier.
Well,
it just wasn't going to happen.
We have some trailers to talk about from San Diego Comic-Con.
We do.
Then we also have a movie review to get to as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a very busy episode today, but that's what we like, because sometimes we're just sitting here with nothing to talk about, and
stuff like 2 episodes ago happens.
Which, yeah, where we go on like rants, and that's all it is.
And never get to a movie review.
So yeah, we're doing the movie review that we were going to do that time.
Yes.
But
Dallin can stop hacking on air.
Yeah, I literally error. I don't know why. I need to maybe it's a psychological thing. But it is a pretty open and shut movie that we're reviewing.
Sorry.
And if Jordan would stop yawning.
I'm so... Dude, I got like 5 hours of sleep last night. Okay, I run off 7 minimum. So...
I run off about 3.
I'm tired. You do not run off of 3. You sleep forever.
Yeah, but sometimes... But when I do have when I was still in school, 3 hours was like the maximum.
That's why you were always so testy. Snapping constantly because you didn't get enough sleep. You don't run off 3 hours. You need more than that. You just don't let yourself get more than that.
Actually, nah. Sometimes I would actually be very whatever, man. So
What?
I was gonna say I'm very temperate. I was very temperate when I went off that amount of sleep. I actually work well, especially when it comes to writing and stuff. The less sleep, the better for me.
No, enjoy that while it lasts, because it does not last long. You hit your 20s and your energy level starts going down from there.
I got 2 years.
Well, yeah, a little longer. It's about your mid-20s. It's like,
okay.
Oh, God, I'm tired all the time. Why am I always tired?
Okay, so, trailers.
Trailers, yes.
So we have, let's just start off with, let's go with some Netflix stuff. So, there's Bright.
Remind me which one that was.
It's the one with Will Smith.
Oh, okay. That one looked corny.
It looks corny, yes, but it looks also very interesting, because it's a very interesting concept. It's like, what if fantasy creatures lived in modern day, but they weren't hidden, it was like that from the very beginning. And magic is kind of like this unknown thing that nobody really knows about. It's the big mystery of the whole story. And it can definitely tackle some issues and stuff like that. So I will watch it. It's a movie. It's not a series.
Right. Yeah,
it's a movie.
A Netflix original, right?
Yeah. And I think it looks really good. We got Will Smith, and then you got his orc friend, his orc partner, and then they find an elf girl with a magic wand that is like a nuclear weapon that can grant wishes. Basically, that's how they describe it. And I find that extremely interesting for some reason.
I thought it looked corny, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
We'll see. Or Dallin will give it a shot, and he'll tell me if it sucks or not. That's how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
I've got better things to do with my time.
Yeah, oh yeah. Just basically make it seem like I have 0 life over here, asshole. Anyway. Then we have Death Note.
Oh god, more anime into live action.
No, I'm actually pretty hopeful for this one because it's Netflix doing it.
I don't know. What I saw didn't The only part that was kind of cool was the
Ryuk.
Yeah, he looked okay.
I like that they're doing practical effects with him. He's actually there.
Yeah.
He's not CGI. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not like one of those people, right, who complains about freaking Spider-Man Homecoming because there's too much CGI. No, I'm just saying, like, I don't like CGI when it's not needed, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like, that with Ryuk, you really don't need CGI. You can easily make him into a really cool puppet, and that's what they did.
Right.
And he looks really good. And actually, I actually don't have a problem with the kid who plays Light. I think that I think he'll do a pretty good job. Even though we just got a little bit of a snippet there, I'm excited to see how he does it. The only character that I am extremely, extremely cautious about is L.
Yeah.
Well, L and Nier, both of them.
You have to get those two. And you have to get Light right too, though.
Yeah.
You can't.
And also,
I don't know. We'll see.
It was her name, Misa. The freaking woman, the girl who has the death note as well.
Yeah.
Kind of love interest. Well, not really love interest. She's obsessed with Light, and Light is like, no.
Right. I don't remember.
But, yeah, you have to get those characters right. I do like, because, you know, with my philosophy, right, is that you don't want to be too much like the anime when you make a live action thing. I think it's fine if you change things, because if you just make it exactly like the anime, why don't you just go watch the freaking anime? You're here for a different experience.
Well, see, and that's my thing, though, is if you're gonna change it, though, you better be making it better, or I'm just gonna go watch the anime.
Well, yeah, it doesn't have to be better or worse. It can just be different. It can just be different.
It can't be different, though.
Yes, it can.
No, it can't, because it's gonna be better or it's gonna be worse
You're
than the anime.
telling me that they can make something with the same kind of concept and not make it the exact same level of quality that the original show was.
Whoopsie.
That's
my sketchbook.
Okay.
Alright, Belarus. What was the question?
I said, do you not think, so you don't think that they could make the same idea and concept, right, of that the original had, and not make the same amount, like the same level of quality?
With something like Death Note, no, you're always going to be comparing it. And it's either going to be better or it's going to be worse. There are rare.
What if there's like a 50-50 thing where, like, you know, like half of it is like, I can do with that.
See, the only way that happens is if they basically take the characters and the general concept and twist everything else, and it's just so different from the original that you can't even really compare it. There have been things like that. Like, okay, you probably don't remember this because it was out forever ago, but for some reason, I don't even remember who recommended the book to me, but a friend recommended the book Blood and Chocolate.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that, yeah.
Okay, yeah, which is, it's like it's a werewolf romance thing.
And then the movie came out.
And then the movie came out. Movie was absolutely nothing like the book. And I actually, for the most part, well, see, but that's the case of something being so drastically different that you can't, because I really liked the book and I liked how it ended, but I also really liked the movie because the movie treated the characters differently than the book did, and so
why can't
the ending made sense.
Why can't the Netflix original Death Note do the same thing?
Well, why then? Just come up with your own idea if you're going to change it that much. It's Death Note.
But then, but that goes with freaking Blood and Chocolate too. If you want to change the idea so much, then why don't you make your own characters?
Blood and Chocolate was a book, so I mean, you know, book into movie, there's a little more leeway there, at least with me. I don't always expect, but we have Death Note. We have a really good Death Note already in a visual format. Like, why do you need?
I mean, a lot of people say.
Why do you need another one?
I mean, we all know. Okay, if you're in like the manga anime crowd or manga anime crowd, you all know those freaking people. And these, I like to call them. I was about to come up with some name, but I don't even remember what it was. But it's basically manga worshippers. You know these people, right? That hate anime. They
Yes.
freaking despise it because manga is so much better. It's like the freaking dub and sub bull crap.
Oh, I know. I hate that. It's like, normally for me, whichever one I watch first,
Is gonna,
that's the one I'm attached to. Because that's how their voices are for me. I can't watch the other one after that.
I'm given a choice, if I'm given a choice between the two, I'm gonna pick dub. I'm sorry. It's just, I don't want to read.
Right.
I want to watch.
I'm a lazy American, and I like... Well, but the issue with sub, though, sometimes, and with certain shows, is that you want to be able to see what's going on the screen.
Yeah.
And if you're constantly flicking your eyes back and forth to read the dialogue and watch the action, you miss stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You do. You have to watch something 3 or 4 or 5 times to get everything, until you have the dialogue pretty much memorized. And you can listen to them and know what they're saying without having to read it, so that you can actually watch what's going on. That drives me nuts in yaoi.
Oh, trust me, with Yuri, it's like... Why?
It's like,
why do you...
I want to watch, but I gotta know
You
what
got a
they're
yaoi
saying.
and a Yuri fan here,
Yeah.
which is pretty funny. But, like, it's just... And... Right, with Steins Gate is
Steins Gate is a good example.
Like, we watched the dub, and we fell in love with the dub.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was it's one of the best dubs out there.
It is. The writing is so good. And
Yeah.
The back and forth between the characters is amazing, and I love the voice actors.
So whenever I recommend that show to people, I'm like, watch the dub.
Right.
Watch the dub.
I'm sure the sub's good too, but we're attached to the dub.
Yeah, I know a person who is like a sub worshiper. Like all she watches is subs, and like on very rare occasions she watches dubs. And I'm kind of the opposite. I love me some dubs. Like you know, like if you guys don't know this website, justdubs.com or .org. I think it's .org. Justdubs.org. Basically, it's all anime dubs. And a good example of another thing about subs and dubs is Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
People hate the sub version of that show with a burning passion.
See, and I could never watch it.
Because of Goku's voice.
Yeah.
Goku's sub voice is the most ear-grating thing you could ever listen to. It is, like, no offense to the actress who plays him in the sub, but, like...
just not good.
No.
Yeah, see, and I don't mind watching... Sometimes I prefer the subs purely based on, like, the voice.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes sub voices... The original Japanese voices, they're just better quality, they sound nicer.
Yeah.
Like oh my gosh. What is that one? I love this show, and it's like, it tickles the edges of yaoi, but never really gets there. No, what are you talking about? Oh my gosh, how can I not remember this name? It's with the frickin' shimmy, oh my gosh. I'm even forgetting the Japanese word. The guys who ferry the dead, they kind of shimigami, is that what they're called?
Black Butler?
No, not Black Butler.
Because that one kind of goes into yaoi a little bit.
Well, yeah. No, that's just baiting people. That's all that show is.
True.
That show's just bait. This show actually, a little bit. I can't remember what it's called now, though.
And that's another anime that people prefer the dub over the sub. Because of Sebastian's voice actor. Yes,
because of Sebastian's voice actor. Yeah, in the dub, he's better. But in this show that I'm talking about, like, okay, I told you about it.
Oh, is it the one with the duck?
Yeah, there's a little duck, like, sidekick thing that goes around with these two characters. And its voice in the dubbed version is this, high-pitched...
What's going on, guys?
It's what you'd expect from a character like that.
And then in the dub, it's like, Shinago Muzoga!
Yeah, it's like this super deep macho voice, and it completely throws me off. I'm just like, I can't watch it. I can't do it. So, yeah. So, sometimes, occasionally, the voices will make a difference. How did we get onto this topic?
We were talking about how...
trailers.
Well, yeah, we were talking about how Death Note, like, how the differences between all the media is. Now, I've never
Right.
read the Death Note manga, nor I do have the first edition, though. I do have the
You
first
should
volume.
read it then.
I do have the first book. And I've never watched the sub version of Death Note. I've only watched the dub on Netflix. In fact, I've tried in my past, I've tried multiple times to watch Death Note, and either I got hooked onto another show, or something else happened, and I just ended up starting it over 3 times before finally sticking to it and finally finishing it.
Mm-hmm. Like us with Black Butler. I adore that show, but we still have not made it through the whole
first
thing.
season.
No, it's so sad.
And there's apparently so much more that goes down in the second season, even though I hear that the second season of Black Butler is horrible, according to some fans. I still want to watch it.
With anime, I never ever take someone else's
Oh, me neither.
opinion. Ever,
Me neither.
Because there's so... Tastes in anime is so varied.
Oh, yeah.
You can't listen to someone else.
I for example, I actually really enjoy Durarara. I think that it's an extremely interesting show. Jordan just never got hooked into it.
No, I watched the first... and maybe I'd have to give it more of a shot but the first episode was boring as hell. And I was just like, oh my gosh, is there anything gonna happen?
If we're gonna watch
in this show?
Baccano is kind of a slow-moving show. It's made by the same
if the
people.
characters are interesting, but I don't know.
Oh, I think you'll like Baccano.
Nothing about Durarara pulled me in. Absolutely nothing. A tiny bit with the motorcycle, the Knight Rider, whatever she is.
It gets so good.
God, I just don't know if I have the patience.
It gets so good.
You know what would help? Because sometimes this does help me. Skipping ahead in a series to the good parts and watching the good parts.
I would say...
And then I'll go back and I'll watch the build-up because I know what's at the end of it. And so I'll have a lot more patience.
Yeah,
Sometimes that helps me. With Star Wars Rebels. First 2 seasons had absolutely zero interest. Third season comes along. It's like, ooh, Thrawn, yay!
Yeah.
And so now I want to go back and watch the first 2 seasons because I know where it's going and, for the most part, where it ends up. Not where it ends up.
She's liking belly rubs right now.
Don't kill Thrawn.
My cat is enjoying belly rubs right now.
Yeah. Kitty cats are getting belly rubs.
Ow! Bit me. Your little butt. So I'll definitely I'll watch Netflix. Death Note.
I'll try it because it's Death Note, but I have no... I don't have much confidence in it. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
We'll see. Nothing so far that's been translated from anime to live action has worked for me, so...
I hear that but it was made in Japan. But the Full Metal Alchemist, which we need to watch that show again.
We do need to watch it again. Especially since we're gonna go see Vic Mignogna.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In September.
We need to watch it.
We should get through at least some of it.
Yeah. But no, it's a Full Metal Alchemist live action movie that they made. Apparently that's getting a lot of good praise from people. That's a lot of people are liking that one. Alright, so next is the Snowman.
That one looked interesting.
It's been a while since we've had one of those good thriller movies.
It is like a crime
mystery.
Like a mystery. There you go. Like a good mystery thriller.
Yeah.
It
like the Mothman prophecies.
Right, or even
that's exactly what this kind of reminded me of, to be honest. This trailer. It reminded me of the Mothman prophecies or any of those other early 2000s thriller movies.
Right.
That's kind of what it reminded me of.
Yeah. So that I'll try that one.
Yeah.
That one looks interesting. The other one that looked interesting to me, and I didn't retain any of these names again. I'm tired. But
Proud Mary.
Okay, then that's not the one I was thinking of.
Okay.
But Proud Mary, yes, looks interesting. I like the actress. I've seen her in some other things. I recognized what looked like was going to be the male lead.
Yeah.
That guy. I recognized him.
Uh-huh.
And I've seen him in something else. And I like him, so... Yeah, it looks interesting. We'll see we'll see what the plot is.
Yeah,
You don't really get a plot in the trailer.
No, you just get her blowing up stuff.
Yeah,
but that's
shooting
pretty cool.
things and yeah,
That's pretty-
right.
that's
That's pretty
pretty
cool.
cool.
Yeah, I'll go watch that actress.
It's like
blow
John
crap
Wick.
up and shoot stuff and.
Yeah.
But no, so the one I was thinking of is the woman who is mute. Who
The
bonds with
Shape of Water.
There you go, Shape of Water. That one to me looked really intriguing.
Yeah, yeah. I'll go watch that one. Because it looks, it looks like kind of just like a Beauty and the Beast type of storyline.
Mm-hmm.
But like towards the end where they're doing all the cuts, it looks like crap gets intense.
It does. Yeah, it looks like it gets really intense. And
yeah.
It just, and it pulls me into that the actress has to play the part of a mute.
Yeah.
That is freaking hard.
Oh yeah.
Hard. Because it's body language and it's facial expressions. You can't be like Kristen Stewart and rely on your lines, basically, to carry your ass through the movie.
Yeah.
You have to actually act because you can't say anything. And you've done that before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have
on
done.
stage.
It wasn't so much of a mute part. It was that I was speaking gibberish throughout the whole show.
Right, yeah.
And it was one of the hardest things I've ever done on stage, to be honest.
Yeah, because you can't say anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really hard. Because especially when people miss their line. Now, it's harder, in my opinion, on stage than it is on film. Everything is harder on stage than it is on film.
Oh, yeah, because if you screw up, you're up there in front of everyone, and you gotta find a way to recover.
We're doing it live!
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just, it looks really good, though.
It does.
And I like the personality you can already tell what this woman's personality is. Mm-hmm. She's a little bit quirky.
Well, in his,
and she's a little
too.
bit, and the monster.
The creature, the water creature,
yeah.
whatever.
Creature from
whatever
the Black
he turns
Lagoon
out to
looking
be.
guy.
Right. But he looks really cool, and the stuff with the eggs I thought was really sweet and kind of cute, and I was like, I will go watch this movie. It looks good.
Yeah.
To me, it looks like my kind of, weird, maybe off the rails a little bit, maybe kind of out there in the, it's not going to be like a popular blockbuster movie. But
Oh, no.
It looks like, it kind of reminded me, the feel of it, the tone of it, reminded me a little bit of M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, yeah. That, for me, when I first saw this trailer, I was at a friend's house, and then we watched it again. And right before this podcast, it reminded me, for some reason, of old black and white movies.
Yeah.
Like the setting, you have like a big pool, and then you have like a little observation tower up here, and you have big open spaces. Mm-hmm. It really reminded me of like a 1920s black and white movie with some like horror elements in it, kind of. Mm-hmm. And it really reminded me of that.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how that one is.
Brigsby Bear.
God, what the hell was that even? What? I mean, I watched the trailer and I was like, what on the hell did I just watch? Did I just spend 2 minutes of my life watching? Like, what is this?
Okay, so I'm not as harsh as Jordan. I will actually give this movie a shot. Not when it comes out in theaters. But, maybe on, the $3 or Redbox, if I see it on there, I will give it a shot, because I like the message that it's trying to teach.
Trying being the operative word.
And that, no matter how weird or, quirky your ideas are, they can work. He has this, he's like a child. He's been kind of secluded all his life from the outside world. Mm-hmm. And all he wants to do is continue the show that he grew up with. Mm-hmm. And I really, really like that storyline. I think that's an amazing, heartwarming type of storyline that you could really do a lot of stuff with. And with a whole bunch of people, doubting him and stuff. But, he grows up and he gets friends and he learns more about the world. It's one of those, fish out of the water stories, but they kind of put an interesting spin on it, where the fish out of water actually has a goal other than just to fit in.
Right. Well, see, and I'm willing to watch it because it's very possible that the trailer was just not that good.
Yeah, and it's a Sundance movie. You have to realize.
It is a Sundance Festival film.
It won an award.
It did. So which doesn't mean much to me, but the trailer could easily have just been poorly done, which I think it was. It was a mess to me. Like, I couldn't,
Yeah, I understand
It
that.
was a messy, sloppy trailer.
Yeah, I
So,
understand that.
If the movie's better than the trailer, then I'll watch it. I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna just not watch it, but... So...
Next is Jigsaw.
I have never, ever been a fan of those movies.
Saw?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. They're just... I don't know.
Okay,
Like,
so...
for the most part, horror just doesn't do it for me. And it's not that I don't like, a good scare
Well,
in a movie. I love...
You better be ready for the snowman then, because that looks like it's going to be scary.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I love honest-to-goodness scary... I love getting scared in movies. It's fun. But just... I don't know.
Jigsaw isn't really scary. Like, okay...
What's the point of Jigsaw,
It's supposed to be... It's not scary, it's supposed to be tense. That's... It's not really a horror movie. It is more of a thriller.
I guess.
Because, like, you're like, oh, crap, who gonna die? That's your... That's your...
It's like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but, like...
Die.
Yeah, who's gonna die? But, like, also, it's just, I mean, it's also to see... I know this kind of sounds messed up, but this is what horror fans really look for. And, I look for it a lot whenever I watch a scary, slasher movie.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting kills.
Yeah, interesting ways to kill people.
Yeah, like, I like watching that. And, a lot of people do. Just look at how many people are big Saw fans. That's what they go for.
I'm sure.
Usually.
They just never worked for me.
I just like seeing how creative they can get with it. And it's interesting. And I also just like the character of Jigsaw. I just like the puppet and the, I find that, kind of creepy and
you know what part of it
original.
Is? Like, I just kind of wish they wouldn't try to focus on so many characters at once.
Yeah. You would like the first one. Because the first one only focuses on two guys in a room.
Okay.
And they're stuck there and they have to find a way out. And that's the whole first movie. You get, cuts to, the detectives trying to figure out what's going on. But most of it is just the two of them in this bathroom hooked up, trying to figure out how to get out of this puzzle. And that one, that is the best Saw movie. The first one is the best one. All the rest of them, where, multiple people are just getting killed, there's, a breeze past your face.
Right, yeah, again, it's Game of Thrones. Like, oh, that died, well, okay,
it's like
along.
explosions in a Transformer movie.
Yes.
They have no effect on you anymore.
It's like Optimus Prime going, I am Optimus Prime.
And I'm here for that staff.
It's like Optimus Prime's big old speeches at the end to rally everybody. Just, what was that? Oh, I don't know.
Alright, so let's go into more of the comic book movie type of stuff. So, Inhumans. What did you think of the trailer for that? For the TV show for that? I mean, we need to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because that show is amazing. And you would really like you and Mom would really like it.
Well, once we're done with Turn, which, quick plug here, if you like historical period movie shows, even if you don't, this is just a really good show. Turn, Washington Spies. It's Revolutionary War stuff. It's awesome.
It's about the spies, yeah.
Yeah, so we're watching that, and then I think we were going to move on to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What are you looking at?
Cadence.
Little cat giving me eyeballs.
Crooked eyeballs.
She does have crooked eyeballs. They're the cutest things in the world.
Yeah, they are. So, we need to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But what did you think? Because the Inhumans are actually introduced in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I'm sure there'll be multiple references in Inhumans about the stuff that goes down in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And there's even going to be references in the upcoming movies about what goes down in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. In fact, there's already have been.
I'll be totally honest, watching that trailer, mostly what I was looking for was the guy who played Ramsay Bolton in Game of Thrones, because you said he was the main character, so I'm sitting here like, alright, where is he, I want to see if his acting is different, I just wanted to see what he was going to be like. And it looks like he's going to be the villain, but you say a sympathetic villain?
Yes, he's very sympathetic villain.
See, and that's cool. I like that
you actually care. He's like one of those villains that you can kind of... He's not really a villain, he's more of an antagonist. He's
okay.
like, I can see where you're coming from.
Right.
He wants to protect his people because he knows humans, and he's like, they're going to try to kill us. He's basically Magneto.
Okay.
He's the Inhumans Magneto.
Okay.
Think of him that way.
See, and I always really liked Magneto.
Yeah.
I thought Magneto came from a really relatable place, which was...
Concentration camp.
Well, we've got to do it to them before they do it to us.
Yeah.
That was his way of thinking. And you realize that when you know his backstory.
Mm-hmm.
You understand him totally and where he's coming from. He's basically just like, that is never going to happen to me again.
Yeah.
Or anyone that I care about.
Mm-hmm.
And so, so that's where Magneto comes from. And so I think he's probably one of the better villains. And he's not really even he's not really even a villain.
Antagonist.
He's an antagonist, because when crap really starts to go down,
like with Apocalypse.
Right, he's usually there to band together with Xavier and the X-Men, and he's like, alright, we gotta take care of this, because this is just gonna wipe us all out.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just on the opposite side of things, and so if Inhumans is like that, then...
Well, Inhumans has been described... I know you're gonna hate this, but Inhumans has been described as the Game of Thrones like superheroes, where a lot of people kind of stab each other in the back a lot, and there's a lot of drama there.
Yeah.
But it's actually really engaging drama, and I actually really want to start reading Inhumans, just start from number 1 and just work my way up, because they have always been one of the most interesting groups to me. They're a whole bunch of aliens, and from a different planet that come down on Earth, and I'm excited for the show. I would definitely watch it.
Which, being in the Marvel, they're Marvel, yeah?
Yeah, they're Marvel.
Being in the Marvel universe, though, you'd have to wonder why they wouldn't just
on
go
ABC.
try to find the Avengers and be like, hey, we can help, or whatever, you know, I mean, it's not like Scarlet Witch is exactly normal.
No.
She's got powers, too, so, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Alright, what else?
We also have Cloak and Dagger. You saw a trailer for that a while ago.
Yeah, I know nothing about that.
Cloak and Dagger is they're very interesting because depending on who you talk to, there's 3 reactions to them. There's, oh my gosh, I really love them. They're really cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's the group that's like, eh.
Yeah.
And then there's the third group that's like, oh god, what, why? You know, they're, so, it's they're a very odd, couple, of superheroes, that, honestly, when you really think about it, makes no sense, but, you know what? Hey, I'll watch it. I mean, their origin story is very confusing and very kind of a little bit, what is that called? Convoluted. But yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it when I
Yeah.
I think it's coming out on CBS.
I have no idea.
No.
ABC.
No.
NBC?
No. It's
TNT, AMC.
no, Freeform.
I'm just gonna start listing the networks.
I was like, what is the name of that freaking network? Freeform.
You could have just said it used to be ABC Family.
Okay, yeah. It's coming out on Freeform.
Freeform used to be ABC Family.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I know how Freeform is. They can't go that dark with some of their stuff, which is a shame. But then again, Cloak and Dagger
drama
is
in, though.
Yeah, Cloak and Dagger isn't really a dark story at all.
Yeah.
I mean, Cloak's mother or is it his one of his parents gets shot, but that's about it.
Alright, so the next one?
The next one is going to be Runaways. Now, we didn't see a trailer for this. We just saw a reveal photo at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, the Runaways is going to be a Hulu original show.
Huh.
And it is one of the coolest, like, most interesting comic book stories ever. Basically, the story for Runaways is a bunch of kids. They're like friends in school, and wait, no, they don't even know about each other, but their parents are all friends.
Okay.
But they don't really interact with each other at all.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, like at like a gathering of the parents, they decide to bring their kids along with them. The kids all meet, and they're like, "Hey, what's up? I'm blah blah blah. I'm his son," you know, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then they notice like all their parents have like gone away. They're like, "What?" So they follow them in secret to their secret meeting. It turns out that all of their parents are supervillains.
Nice.
That hold meetings every single year to try and destroy superheroes. To like come up with plans to destroy superheroes.
Yeah.
And basically like steal from the government and stuff. And so then at that time they start before this happens though, they start realizing that they have powers themselves. The kids do.
Mm-hmm.
They've like inherited some of the powers that their parents have, and so they all run away when they figure this out. And now they're on the run from their parents and trying to fight them off.
Interesting.
And it's such a good story.
Interesting.
With a very colorful cast and just interesting characters, and it's just such a good like teenage. It's like Teen Titans,
Yeah.
but for Marvel.
Okay.
That's basically what it is, and it's really good. It's really good. So I'm excited for that. And then we have
Justice
Defender.
League.
Well,
Oh.
Defenders.
Oh, I know nothing about that either. Take it away.
Defenders.
Injustice
Netflix original. The second trailer looks so good. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I know that you're not a big fan of Daredevil. I love
He's just so broody.
I love Daredevil. He has a reason to be.
Why?
He's freaking blind, man. He's blind,
blind
and he
people out there
can't.
are
He doesn't have
perfectly
any.
happy.
He doesn't have any powers, and he also has brought it upon himself to protect this town because no one else would.
Exactly.
No one else would.
He chose to do it.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
So quit bitching about it.
But now it's
Just
his
do
responsibility. He started it, and
Exactly,
he
though.
actually
Quit
says
brooding about it.
he says he wouldn't take it back, but he knows he can't protect anyone, and it frustrates him.
I don't know.
That's why he keeps his secret identity.
See, and that's
You
another
just
thing.
have a
Like,
problem with emotions. Like, there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the show. There's something wrong with you.
oh god. I can't really argue that very much.
Something wrong with you.
I have an impatience for certain emotions. I don't know why.
And then, well,
But then, like, for Batman, he broods.
yeah.
But, like, that doesn't bother me. I don't know why.
Well, but he's like, then again, that's a big problem with me for Batman. You're freaking rich, dude. Like,
His
yeah.
parents did get murdered, though, which is not cool.
So did Daredevil's.
I get.
His dad got shot right in front of him.
But he's blind.
Yeah, he heard his shot, and his freaking dad died without him being there. At least, like, Wayne had some comfort in seeing his dad's killer's face, right?
That's comfort? That's supposed to be...
He knows,
That's
like,
not
he
comfort,
knows who
that's
actually
torture.
killed him, and so he actually goes after him. Daredevil has no clue
I guess.
who actually killed his dad. And then his mom, I think, left him. So, like, abandoned him. So, there's some definitely crap that goes
he's
down
got
there.
reason to brood. And, like, the Netflix series is done really well.
Oh yeah, I love the Netflix series.
The movies, not so much.
No, the first movie by Fox, 20th Century Fox, is absolutely awful.
20th Century Fox just keeps screwing up superheroes. And maybe that's my issue with Daredevil, is that was my introduction to him.
Yeah.
And that's just completely, like, tainted
everything
else that's Daredevil for me.
Ben Affleck, freaking Daredevil was horrible. It's horrible.
And now he's Batman.
Yep, and now he's Batman.
So he might piss me off as a brooder, too. I don't know.
But, yeah, if you guys watched, so, like, Daredevil, I really like. That's probably my most favorite. My favoritist?
My favorite.
My favorite. My all-time favorite.
You don't have to qualify favorite.
Out of the four. And then I liked Luke Cage a lot after that one. And then Iron Fist. I don't get what all the hate is about that show. It was freaking good. Like, I loved that show. And then Jessica Jones, seems to be everyone's favorite. I didn't care for it that much. I mean, I liked it, but, like... And I get, where it was coming from. It was definitely the darkest out of all four of the shows. but it was definitely the darkest out of the four shows, and I love Kilgrave. I love David Tennant as Kilgrave. But, like... I just don't like Jessica. Like, she annoys me.
Yeah.
But Defenders, I'm very excited to see. I'm very excited to see that. And seeing all these characters come together. Now we can go on to Justice League.
Alright.
Okay, what were your thoughts on Justice League? The trailer that came out.
Well, the trailer itself was kind of disjointed. Like, there was no real flow to it.
Yeah.
Good trailers should have flow. They should pull you in. And Justice League was just more like, let's cram all of our cool action shots.
Seems to be DC's, main freaking...
Their modus operandi.
Cram everything, worry about it later.
They just cram all of their
DC's,
action scenes. Or, what they think are their really good lines. Or, maybe one funny. One
funny. Once a funny.
One funny. Well, there's one funny almost in every...
That was a pretty good funny there.
DC trailer, and the rest of it's just and Wonder Woman was different though. I thought Wonder Woman was really good. The trailers for that was really good. I don't understand how you can make Wonder Woman and then make all of the other stuff around Wonder Woman. Whoever directed, and what was her name? The director of Wonder Woman.
I forget.
I can't remember her name. Just give her some say in all your freaking movies, or just let her do all your movies, or something. Oh my gosh.
Though, you gotta admit, that one part where freaking Wonder Woman gets, bashed over the head by the gun and she doesn't even flinch.
Well, the Wonder Woman parts are gonna be good.
Yeah.
Because the character's set up well, and you're gonna love her.
Yeah. I mean, Batman was kind of set up in Batman v Superman. To be honest, it was more of a Batman movie than a Superman movie. That movie was, but...
Well, it had to be because Batman didn't have a solo movie. No, I haven't watched it yet. We need to do that one as one of our next movie reviews.
Yeah, we do need to watch that one. Good thing we have a good movie this time to review. But no, yeah... and I don't... I'm guessing the freaking villain that they chose is going to be kind of just a C-note.
See, and there was nothing spectacular, I thought, about... It just looked like Ares came back.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I was
right.
like, isn't that Ares?
Right.
He looked exactly like him.
Yeah.
But no, apparently it's supposed to be one of the generals of Darkseid. That's who it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
Because it's something's coming, and he's like, your worlds will fall just like the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's obviously hinting at Apocalypse and Darkseid. So...
I think DC needs to learn with their trailers that what we don't get to see and what we are not shown is so much better than you trying to cram all of the cool parts of your movie into one trailer. Just stop. Quit doing that.
Yep.
Whoever makes your trailers, fire their butts, because they don't know what they're doing. They don't make good trailers.
Like in freaking Batman v Superman trailer, they showed Doomsday. Mm-hmm. And so, everyone was like,
right,
then that means Superman's gonna die.
Well, yeah.
Right,
you know.
that completely spoiled the whole third act of the movie.
Well, and in this one, it's... What's his face? It's Jeremy Irons. Whoever his character... Who is his character supposed to be?
But Alfred.
Okay, he's Alfred. So Alfred just goes like, something like, I'm glad you're here. I hope it's not too late or whatever. And it's like...
It's so obviously Superman.
I wonder who that's gonna be.
It's... Unless they decide to actually be clever...
Right.
And make it Shazam.
Right.
That's the only way they could do it.
Right, and because they're misdirecting you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're using misdirection, then good on you, DC, because...
Because Shazam and Superman do kind of look alike. Like, they're both got short black hair, they're both big and bulky. You could have easily just faked us out, and that would be a good twist. Hey, Shazam!
It would be, except that now we're like, it's either Superman or it's Shazam, so...
Yeah.
Which one's it gonna be? Either way, we saw it coming. Quit it, DC, with your crummy trailers.
Yeah, you just...
Now, again, Wonder Woman was done well. Like, it showed a lot of the action scenes, but it showed absolutely nothing about Ares and who he actually ended up being. Like, nothing. There's nothing.
Yeah. You never got anything in the trailers about the mythology.
No, you never heard any other than...
You just thought she was going to go fight in World War I.
Right, that was as much of the plot as you got, yep. But you didn't know that, she went out to stop Ares.
Yeah.
Because she was convinced that Ares was
and, someone throws a truck at her.
Right, and she's, she's in a town. That's all you get to see. That was a good trailer.
Yeah, because it didn't give anything away.
Cramming everything into your trailers. It drives me nuts.
Now, let's go on to, actually, a good trailer.
Yes, the last one we're going to talk about before our movie review.
Thor Ragnarok.
Looks... It looks fun.
You know, like that picture, or it's like a Rage comic thing, where it's like that, they're like...
Oh, where they've got their, hands on their face, and they're just, pulling their face down.
But it's they're so satisfied, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt with this trailer. I was like, yes!
Right?
Because this trailer was note for note nigh perfect.
It's a pretty good trailer.
Hela
looks amazing.
Galadriel.
Kate Blanchett. Thank you for choosing her, because now is she gonna live?
Oh yeah, you can't kill Hela.
Okay, good.
Good,
she can come back.
Hela.
Good, keep her.
Oh yeah,
because Kate Blanchett rocks, and that character looks like she's going to be amazing.
You
can keep bringing her back.
I was talking to a friend about friend's dad about this. Actually, just a friend. And he said Hela in his Kate Blanchett. He's like, that's what Galadriel would be if she got the ring.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
She'd be kick ass.
Yeah.
Not that she's not kick ass as Galadriel without the ring, but yeah, it looks good. I love that Loki's gonna be in it and fighting alongside Thor, because I love that. I love their complicated relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for
Get the spider, Katie.
Get it.
Get the spider.
Kill it.
Get it, Katie.
Kill it. You worthless cat.
Get the
You're
spider.
so good at catching
She's
mice.
Biting it. She's tormenting it, at least.
But no, I'm glad also that they're doing more Norse mythology. They're bringing more Norse mythology into it, because you get Fenrir, or Fenris, whatever you want to call them. Depends on who you are.
Yeah.
I forget what his name is, but the big, fiery horned guy. I hope that they bring in Ysmir, because that's the father of Loki.
Oh, yeah.
If they bring him in, that would be really cool. He's the big frost giant. And of course Hela is back. I'm guessing. Yeah, their whole mission is to find Odin.
Well, yeah, because that's what it was in Doctor Strange. Was there?
And we don't see any Doctor Strange in this.
No, you don't.
Where's
he's
Doctor
supposed
Strange?
to be in it. He's supposed to be there.
It's sweet because.
But I love that they're not showing him though.
Yeah.
Then you get to, if they don't show him, by the time the movie's out, you get to go watch the movie, not knowing when Doctor Strange is gonna pop up. And you're just like, oh, there he is. I am interested to see, though, how this plot line and everything you see in the trailer gets to Earth at some point.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Yeah. Now
from what I've heard, though, Doctor Strange is supposed to be in it.
When Thor comes to talk to Steven, in his office, he still has the long hair.
He does.
So
it has to be before.
That's before he gets captured by Hela. And gets put into the fighting ring.
Right.
With Hulk.
Yeah. And then they get out, and unless his hair grows super fast. like maybe Loki has some spell or something. Maybe he can make it.
Loki has some. That's how he keeps his hair long.
Yeah, that's how Loki
beautiful.
keeps his hair long and beautiful and silky. He's like, I've got this hair growing spell, brother. I can, whatever.
And
it's not really
I can imagine just Thor going
he's an illusionist, but
Thor just geting this slow smile across his face. Alright.
Yeah. I don't know. But I love that Loki's gonna be in it because I love Loki. Loki rocks. Loki's one of my
not in a fangirl way.
No, not in a fangirl way. I'm not in an obsessive, I would have his babies kind of way or whatever. Loki's just one of my favorite characters because he's just freaking cool. He's always awesome when he's on screen. He's always fun to have around. He always makes things way more interesting. And he brings this level of complexity to anything. Like the second Thor, Dark World.
Yeah.
If Loki weren't in that movie, it would have been kind of dull.
I mean, that...
Loki being in it and being on Thor's side, and you get to see the fact that Loki still loves Thor, especially when he protects Jane. And he really doesn't have to, but he does. He shields her with his own body, not because he gives a crap about her, but because Thor does. And he fakes his death.
Do you remember how he was on the throne of freaking Asgard at the end of Dark World?
Thor has to figure it out, I guess.
How did he get into the spot that he is in the trailer?
I don't know.
Did Hela just come in? She's like,
"You're not
get the hell out of my seat."
Right? Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing, is there's going to be so many holes between where you've seen these characters last and where they are in the trailers. Because the last time you saw Thor, he's with Doctor Strange. Last time you saw Loki,
he's on the throne of Asgard.
He had everyone convinced that he was dead. And so Thor has to be pissed about that, right? You have to have that confrontation of how could you do that to me? I thought you were dead, and beat him up because he's pissed. But also happy to see him because he's not dead, because he's his brother.
Yeah.
By blood or not, they're freaking brothers and they love each other, even when they're trying to kill each other. And so that's why I love it when Loki's there, because he just brings this... He even puts Thor up on a whole new level of older brother. I love him. He's a pain in my ass, but I love him.
Yeah.
And, and just Loki just makes everything better.
Yeah.
He never takes away from anything. He makes it better every time.
One character I am extremely excited to see in this movie is Valkyrie.
Yeah.
She is going to be really awesome, I think.
I'm losing my voice.
She is a huge character in the Thor stories. In fact, she's usually his love interest. And so that's probably what they're going to replace Jane with, is her. But she's actually going to be a kick-butt Jane instead of a freaking... I mean, no disrespect to what is her name? Natalie Portman. I love her as an actress. She's amazing. But, she could not save the dullness of Jane. Jane is, in my opinion, pure Wonder Bread. Just bland. No taste. No flavor. That's why I like Pepper. In
Pepper.
Iron Man. Yeah. Because she's got a little bit of spice there. She's hey, she's a bit scrappy.
You're right.
But and she actually gets to wear the Iron Man suit in Iron Man 3 too.
Right.
At one point.
And she just doesn't put up with Tony's crap at all.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, dude, I see through you.
But Jane
Knock it off.
always just seemed like the wide-eyed, like, kind of like deer in the
Cadence?
headlights. Get out of my cords, you little piece of trash. She's her face. She's like, excuse.
Completely offended.
That's my cat and I's relationship, basically just insulting each other. But no, like she just didn't do it for me. I just don't like Jane. I don't like her as a love interest. I don't like her as a character. I thought she was completely unneeded. And thank the Lord we never have to see her annoying sidekick ever again.
Oh, what's her name?
Yeah,
I can't even remember her name.
I don't remember her. Yeah, I don't remember the actress's name. I know she's in like Two Broke Girls or whatever.
Yeah.
But like,
the character's name though, I can't. I'm not remembering.
I could not give
Blank.
two rats behinds about what those two characters are doing. I'm just so glad that we have Valkyrie instead. Because Valkyrie is actually badass.
See, and that's why it didn't bother me with Spider-Man Homecoming that they completely overturned MJ's character.
Oh no, by the way, I learned this.
Mm-hmm.
The girl, what is her name?
The actress?
No, the love interest. What's her name? Liz. Liz is actually a character from the comics.
Is she?
From the very, very, very early days of Spider-Man. Like, I'm talking first issue ever made.
Huh.
She was the love interest of Spider-Man.
They brought her back.
Yeah.
She wasn't an OC for this movie.
Yeah, she was basically, like, forgotten about, though, once Mary Jane came on to the scene.
See,
once Mary Jane was,
Mary Jane,
made.
for me, was what Jane is for you. She was just sort of this blah...
Yeah.
vanilla character. And so I did not mind at all that they took that character and turned her into what she is in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, no, yeah.
I liked her. Like, I know Jay and Ryan, the purists, were complaining.
Don't get me wrong. Kristen Dunst in the first Spider-Man movies, she was okay. She did bring blandness to the part, though. And in the comics and in the cartoons, she is so much better. Because she's a very saucy, like, individual. Like, I like how much sauce the character has. Like, she's very she always calls Spider-Man Tiger and everything like that. She's kind of got like this sultry tone to her voice. She's supposed to be kind of like every man's dream. That's kind of what she was made to be. And as many like comic book heroes were meant to be every woman's dream.
I'm pretty sure comic book heroes are also every man's dream.
True. And you know,
they were written with men in mind, like everything else in this freaking world.
Except for the female main leads of comic books.
Right. Once you got it, well, no. Even then, you go look at the art
Wonder
style.
Woman was not. Wonder Woman at the very beginning of her time was not made to be sexual at all.
Well, that's good.
Because in fact, because the guy who wrote it, both of his wives helped him on it. He had a
polygamous?
No, it's biogamy. Biogamy? It's when you marry just two people. Biogamous.
It's still...
Yeah.
Okay.
No, polygamy is like where you marry more than like 3 people.
3 or more?
Yeah, 3 or more. 3 or more people.
Whatever.
But no, yeah, his 2 wives helped him write that.
Okay.
That story. And
smart man.
create him. And so,
you're gonna write a woman character, and you don't know how to do it. You might want to bring a woman or 2 into it, just to,
And they helped him right along the way and helped him.
Actually, I think I remember reading something about that a long time ago.
Yep. And they made her with just like basically a skirt that went down to like there.
To her knees. Yeah, you gotta.
To her knees, and like boots that went like up there and up to her calf, and she had like almost like a full on like shirt, and she was not, and you know they're Amazons.
Whoever took it after that,
and you know they're Amazons. It's hot weather, right?
Right.
Like, there's not going to be... And also, they're kind of a medieval-like society.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, of course, their battleware, and also they need flexibility. So, of course, their battleware will be a little bit revealing. It makes sense.
I had no issues with her.
Both just watching kids.
She's doing cat things, and she's about to knock stuff off tables. We're getting up. We just hit an hour, though, so we might want to get to our movie review.
Okay.
So...
Our movie review for this today is Super 8. The thing that did Stranger Things before Stranger Things did the thing that Stranger Things did.
Yeah, basically.
Did you like it?
I mean, not quite, because none of the kids have powers or anything.
No.
It's one of those classic. It's set in the 80s. You know.
It wasn't made in the 80s, but it was set.
It's set. Yeah, it was made of what, back in 2008, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere.
2000. I'm gonna say 2008, 2009, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But you know the sort of the
Nazis.
It's Steven Spielberg, and it's very E.T.-esque meets, like you said, kind of like Stranger Things, but also not quite.
Yeah.
It revolves around a group of friends, kids who are 12, something like that.
Yeah. They're like
Probably about 12, 13.
going into middle school, so like 13, 14.
Right.
They're
well
actually
in
a bit
school.
older than the kids in Stranger Things. Because the kids in Stranger Things are like 10, 11, around those ages.
Yeah. But anyway, so it's probably one of my favorite movies if I'm not going into like fandoms. Outside of, fandom stuff, Super 8's, it's just a really good, solid movie. I love
the message.
The message and the theme through it. It's an awesome movie.
I love the characters. The characters are all unique and different.
They are, and they play off each other really well.
Oh yeah, the kid actors in this movie,
they're really good.
Are great. Like Stranger Things has pretty good kid actors too, and this one has pretty good kid actors. And I'm just gonna basically give you the plot summary.
So okay, we'll just go into spoilers because it's an older movie.
Yeah, it's an older movie.
So we're just gonna go into spoilers. If you don't,
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it yet and you're interested, then don't listen to this.
So basically, it follows this one kid, and his mother just died from just apparently a horrible accident in a lumber mill that really just disfigured her body, and so they bury her, and he's in mourning, and his friend is trying to make this zombie movie for the Super 8 project, which is what
okay, so you have the funeral, right? And then you have...
Super 8 Festival.
Yeah, Super 8 Festival. So you have his mom's funeral, and then it skips ahead, 5 months or something like that.
Yeah, and they're helping out, and they decide to, get on this, get this girl on board, who's apparently, one of the most attractive girls in the school.
She's the one that the boys have a crush on.
Yeah, and so and it turns out that she's a really good actor. Really good.
Right, in the context of the movie, the character is a good actress.
Yeah, and also the actress herself.
Oh yeah, she is.
For being able to act while you're acting.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
She's
what? But no, and it turns out that she's the daughter of this guy who worked with the kid's mother at the lumber mill, and he was apparently indirectly.
He was supposed to work the shift.
Yeah, but she took over.
She took over for him,
and that's what ended up killing her. So obviously the boy's dad blames him. So there's definitely some tension there, and it's kind of turns into kind of a Romeo Juliet type of story with these two kids.
Right, because the boy and the girl are
very attracted to each other.
They get close. Yeah. And I wouldn't even call it. It's not
physical attraction.
No, it's not a physical attraction. It's a very emotional connection.
Yeah, which I really
awesome.
like.
Yeah,
I really like that. And actually, that's kind of. I mean, I don't know if that's really what Stranger Things had with Mike and Eleven. I don't know. I have to watch it again.
It's more of a, I would say it's more of an emotional connection. Yeah, I mean they're friends. You know, they're 12.
Yeah.
They're not looking to get some or whatever. I hope not, at least.
Yeah.
12-year-old and you're looking for that, you got problems. But you know, they're friends. They're friends, and it sort of naturally progresses towards something else. Yeah, it's the way romance should be done.
Yes. Yes.
Before all your stinking sex hormones get in the way.
Yep. So, basically, it turns out, and there's a whole bunch of weird stuff going on in the town. That, like, almost nothing weird goes on in this town, because it's such a small town. And, like, everyone kind of, like, trusts each other.
Right, but all the dogs are disappearing.
Engines and cars are leaving.
Right, like all these appliances are getting stolen.
Yeah. People are trying to figure out what it is. It turns out that it's an alien.
Well, and hold on. So while you've got that, you've also got the train wreck. Can't forget the train wreck, which is like the backdrop of the movie.
So a big train wreck happens while they're filming the zombie movie. And they managed just to survive. Barely.
Barely, yeah.
And they find the guy who drove into the train and made it crash. And he starts saying some, like, mumbo-jumbo.
And then the army comes.
And then he shoots himself before the army comes to get him.
No, he doesn't, because they have him later.
Oh, they do? Yeah, that's right.
He points a gun at the kids to get them to run, so he's like, they will kill you if they find you
That's
here.
right, that's
The military shows up. Of course, the military shows up, because the military's always the bad guys in these kinds of
The government is always the bad guys.
The government, yeah. Not so much the military. It's the government.
Yeah.
That's the
sticking their nose into things.
Right. And just being general douchebags.
yeah. As a government is.
Yes.
So
accurate representation.
So basically, it turns out that there's this alien that came down to Earth like way long ago, and this black guy, I don't know why, but this guy has a connection to him. The guy that crashed into the train. He has like a mental link between
he used to work in the lab where they were studying the alien.
Yeah, and then the alien picks him up and like grabs him.
Right, and so he has a mental and an emotional connection.
Yes.
To the alien now. So
now, to cover it up, the government decides to kill him.
Basically.
Yeah, they freaking put air into his IV.
Yep.
And kill him. And then, meanwhile, the girl gets stolen by the alien.
Because the alien's eating people.
The alien is eating people.
No, it's not necessarily. It's not out of malice.
No, it's not evil.
It's a survival thing.
It's just his instincts.
Right. He needs something to eat. People suck in his experience, so
yeah.
He's gonna eat them.
And he is actually, but it is out of malice towards the government.
It is,
people.
Yeah.
He does just kill those guys just to get back at them.
Right, just to kill them. He doesn't even eat them.
Yeah.
He just kills them.
And so...
And, like, you just totally don't blame him.
It turns into this rescue story where they have to go down and they have to rescue the girl. And finally, the main character and the alien come face to face. And it ends up being a story about letting go.
Mm-hmm.
And it is it's such a good message.
It is.
Like...
And that scene, I think, I loved the movie, but when it got to that scene, that's between, the main character and the alien, I think that's really what cemented, I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. That's what cemented it as one of my favorite movies, outside of a fandom.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies of all time, ever, because you have this amazing, innocent, just connection between this kid and this big alien, which looks terrifying, and then the alien pulls back those lenses that are over his eyes. And all of a sudden he looks so
human.
He just looks so vulnerable.
Well, his eyes look like human eyes.
Right, he's got kind of humanish eyes, and he just looks so vulnerable, and so you realize that there is something behind this. What you assume up to this point is a monster. And it just, oh god, it just like stabs you right in
Yeah.
the heart.
It does.
Like, oh, he just wants to go home. And
Yep.
the kid knows what he's going through, and he knows what to say to him because he's been through, you know, his mom's death and
His dad's kind of
right, and his dad.
abuse a little bit.
Well, it's
not really abuse. It's more just like,
it's
you
more
know.
just he doesn't know how to deal with it. He doesn't know how to deal with his own grief, and yet, you know, help his son deal with it as well.
So what does it end up being? And this is one of my favorite things in any movie. I don't know why, but I love it when movies do this. It ends up being a misunderstanding.
Basically.
I don't know why, but I love movies that do that. That, like, make everything, like, you know, some people messed up.
Right.
But it's okay at the end. We
Right.
forgive you. Everyone's forgiven. We get some hugs in there. Like, I just like that bit. That's why Tale of Despero is one of my favorite stories of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it is just a big misunderstanding, and none of them meant it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love it. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, and what he tells the alien at the end is that, you know, I know bad things happen, but you can still live. Like, he just, yeah, it's just, oh, God, so powerful when you watch the movie and then you get to that scene. And it's just, yeah, you just realize it's like, you can let this go, and you can go home. Just leave, just go home.
Yeah.
You know, do what you want to do and just let all of this go and get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
And the alien just looks at him and he's just like, okay, apparently you don't all suck. And then he gets in his ship, which is the coolest thing ever, how he builds this thing.
Yeah.
Because it just collapses, you know, the water tower implodes and it's all of a sudden he's got this ship, which is like, you know, another awesome thing. It's like, apparently we have the technology to build this killer spacecraft. We just don't.
Yeah, he uses our technology.
Right, we just don't know how to. I mean, he uses the cubes too.
Mm.
So maybe that's really what makes the difference. But still, he uses a big chunk of our tech to build this really killer alien spaceship, and then takes off and. Ugh. And the kid letting go of his mom's locket.
Ah!
He lets the locket go up to the ship and.
It lets it be a part of it.
Yeah, just lets it go. Yeah, it's all about letting go and moving, figuring out how to live your life after something horrible has happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about, and it's just, I love that movie.
It's definitely one of my favorite standalone movies.
Yeah, right, like outside of a fandom, standalone movies, just a movie.
Yep, no sequels.
Right.
Nothing like that. And yeah, it was made by Steven Spielberg, right?
Yes.
And J.J. Abrams.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think they both wrote it.
I don't know.
I think Steven Spielberg might have wrote it.
Might have written it.
Might have written it. Yeah. And it just, the writing in this movie is just so, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like on a new level.
It is.
That has never been explored before, and I don't think
it's effortless.
Yeah.
That's a big part of what it is. It's totally effortless.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that when things are effortless, they're very difficult to do.
Mm-hmm.
And writing done that well with dialogue that flows that well is extremely hard.
Yeah.
It is tough.
Yeah. So, shall we go to our final reading?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I said, man, it's a close and open.
It is. It was a short review. That's why we
It's
felt like
close
we
and
could
open,
talk about.
open and close.
That's why we felt like we could talk about all the trailers.
Yeah. So, I will give this. Hold on. Let me think. I will give this. I'm gonna have to give it a 5. I'm gonna 5 zombie carries out of 5.
Zombie carries.
Carrie's always the zombie.
I agree. There's nothing wrong with this movie. There's no reason to take any points away from it. It gets a 5. 5 alien spaceships out of 5. It's that good. So if you're you know, if you're low or if you're down, go watch this movie. The music is beautiful. It's
also
so pretty.
The effects.
The special effects, everything. And there's not a lot of them.
Oh, no.
But the ones that are there are, yeah, amazing. The alien is great. You will love the alien and the sheer change that comes over him when he opens those lenses that are covering his eyes, and it's amazing.
And the kids are like actual kids. You know, they didn't try to make them too adult. And, you know, like you got Carrie, who's obsessed with fireworks, and you got the guy who's like the nerdy guy with the glasses, has like asthma.
Right, and always puking.
Yeah, always puking. Then you got like the guy that I am. He's kind of like the outsider. He's like, I forget what his name. Preston.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like kind of the guy's like, whatever. He kind of goes with anything.
Right.
And then you got the director, kid,
mm-hmm.
and then you have the main character, and then you have the girl, and just all of them work.
Yeah. Just, yeah. It's a great movie.
There are really no bad guys except for the government. That's the only...
And then they pay for it.
Oh, yeah, they pay for it.
Big time.
So, yeah, that's our podcast. That is our 10th?
Are we on 10?
We're 10.
I think I have like 4 episodes posted to Facebook. I am so bad at that.
Well, go follow our defunct Facebook.
I swear someday...
We post sometimes.
Occasionally. A couple times a month. There might be something.
We post sometimes.
One of these days.
When we feel like.
One of these days I will get my crap together. Dallin and I will both get our craps together. I don't think I want to get my crap together with your crap. But independently, we will get our crap together.
It should be a big crap mountain.
Between the two of us, it'd be a crap fest. That's what it would be.
A crap planet.
Crap galaxy. We need to get it together. We will, someday. Anyway, follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube.
Yeah, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment, please tell us like your opinions on Super 8 if you ever saw it.
Right. What you think about the trailers we talked about?
Yeah. Did you guys, if you guys living in California, did you guys go to San Diego Comic-Con?
Right.
And if you did, like, what's going on there, man?
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know.
And yeah, that's
if you want to see a picture of our cat, let us know.
Yeah. If you want to see a picture of our cat or our dog. She's not here down.
You heard her jangly call her a few times.
I'm sure. And also her doing like she was underneath the covers. You going like, oh, I was like, what the heck is wrong with you down there? That's like at one point you can hear me go like, what is wrong with you?
Cadence, are you getting the rubber band?
She's like,
Cadence, Katie, go over there and get it.
Slid like a mile. And please go follow and subscribe to my gaming channel. It's down in the description below. I'm doing Nier Automata and Persona 5 right now, having such a blast with that. And you should definitely sit in for a Nier Automata session.
Okay.
You will enjoy it.
Okay. Also check out Red2 Chatter.
Yes.
All things Star Wars.
Yes, everything Star Wars. We had our the 2 hosts from there. That also includes me. Well, 3 hosts from there, which also includes me. On our last episode of the podcast where we talked about Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yep.
So definitely go check that out. Yeah. That's it.
That's it for the week.
Bye!
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.